The mileage is higher than the power, which could mean something about the floor. And do you know what a check engine light means? It has some bulges on it. In general, people who participate in off-road adventures and enthusiasts with such cars these days enjoy the thrill of adventure. I always have one mode. Hello everyone, it's Alex here, and you're on the Don't Slow Down channel. Today I'm filming the intro from the car because finally the bad weather has arrived. And if the weather is bad, that's actually very good. Today we continue to test the Niva from DED, which is over 150. This is already the third outing. I haven't been to the service even once after the first 2 times, so I don't even know what's going on inside right now. Let's go. I let the tires down to 1 atmosphere, I won't do much. The rims are wide and the tires are narrow, so I can go down to less than 1 atmosphere. By the way, today is Fentrel Day, and Fentrel really saves us in this kind of weather. We have a special link for subscribers, or rather, there's a link and a special promo code in the description. Check it out in this kind of weather. The darkest one. Just to remind you, we have a stock car, not a single modification, except for the side steps and a sticker. By the way, there's no sticker on it, but there's a link under the video that increases its off-road capability, and the tires are just 100%. It's just that the back is completely last. Everything is in front. The second to last tread might say no, I'm trying to tackle the hill, let's see what happens. Alright, let's go on now, to be continued, indeed. What color is it? What color is it really? Just this one. Green. What's the difference? I think it's like this. Alright, let's say they're different. So Grandpa's Niva is ready to go. Now let's see how the mud tires handle the mud. They're not the best for sand. Well, let's see. Oh, I need to get on the embankment. So, Grandpa's Niva is ready to go. Now let's see how the mud tires handle the mud. They're not the best for sand. Well, let's see. Oh, I need to get on the embankment. My engine is straining a little bit more, look. Oh. The muffler fell off. In Niva, see? This bulge popped out and the muffler fell off. Well, I overdid it. It happens. It happens with Nivas. The bell opened up and it works. What's going on, huh? Let's give it a try. By the way, I went into second low gear. So, the acceleration from the cones is really for the kings of off-road. How not to have stock regular ones? Mud tires need more power. These cars excel in mud. Currently, cars with these tires excel off-road, where there is... The Niva Chevy usually lacks power because it has the same engine as the 3-door version, but it weighs about 300 more. Because of that heavy weight, the acceleration is already from a different city. Because of that heavy weight, the acceleration is already from a different city. Now it's in second gear, but it will be enough to get to the end. Aren't the steam washers working like that, you know? It's actually... It's the first time I've seen a steam washer. So did the tires go flat? Yeah. There's this automatic rev that for some reason doesn't brake. I don't know how that happens. Mitsubishi L200, by the way, I haven't seen cars like that in a while. By the way, they said today that Toyota has left Russia. What do you think about this? Subtitles created by Dima Torzok. To be continued. Diesel engine, power. You can clearly see it snowing, just snowing. A royal topic. Yeah, well this of course, yeah, this can't be done by anyone like you. So the RAV4, which is everywhere all the time, is going to roll back again. It should be easy probably. It should be easy probably. I was stopping at the jumps right in front of me. RAV, 2 liters, automatic. Take care of health. Well, what are you going to show off? Let's give it a try. Well, let's give it a try. Let's see what it's like. Ready for a lot. I see that for the first time we can start everything. Pajeros are considered to be very off-road capable vehicles. In general, look at what the driver is doing sitting on the right side. So does the Toyota Caribe handle well? Let's see. You ever tested it? Not yet. We're the first class. Such a little ride. It's actually a really cool thing. They're lightweight, pretty powerful for their weight. The suspension, smooth. Nothing is hanging down there. So Great Wall State, right? That's right. So how does it drive? Let's see. Well, it should drive well. What car are you dreaming of changing to? Are you dreaming Porsche Cayenne? Porsche Cayenne, wow. Preferably on tracks, right? Like in the academy. Yes, exactly. All right, class, let's go. We can give it a try. So red Grapford Longtain. The engine, they have 102, I think, or 107, but it climbs up easily, just like in 3A. But it climbs up so easily, just like in 3A. Now with the wheels lifted, it will happen for all the Jeepers to drive properly. I'll give it a try. Thank you. Oh, I threw it. Over there on the diagonals of the parking lots, could be problems up top. There are a lot of diagonals there. I don't know. Try to go slowly. Take it slow. Well, give it a try. The check light is on. Everything's fine. It's a Niva, right? Do you know what the check light means on a Niva? It's fuel injected. Sometimes it turns out that it looks good on camera, on video. Let's go for it. It won't come out any other way. In the video, it looks easy because the participants are really good at driving, but in reality, it's not like that at all. There. Here's the diagonal, and here's this empty helicopter. It's time, Puyu. I got really angry. The main thing is that the muffler doesn't get left behind. Like, it's very, very important. Sanonga. Come on in, my Masha. I don't know, it's my first time. Just a sec. Come on. I got it. The big mud flaps are dragging on the ground. He's going to drive. They're braking. Red brake calipers. What people walk around here? There. The Sangyong has a pretty powerful engine, but the transfer case is very low. It's hanging, and they get caught on that transfer case everywhere. Here I wrote to you, it's clear. Do you have a parquet floor? They ordered it, they didn't even catch it. The Sangyong is getting caught. Kiev is just sitting behind thinking I haven't dug everything up. It's so incredibly interesting. Everyone should come on over and hold on tight. I'm genuinely curious to see what unfolds next, as this truly captures my attention and keeps me engaged. I can't, you know, I really like the Sangyong and the Sur, and I'm absolutely poor. And indeed, after the Sangyong, it should definitely be gasoline. Let's dive to everything, come on. And the lights are dry on it. I have a net for it. Damn. Subtitles made by Dimatozok. Let's lighten the task a bit with the parquet. We'll give some alternatives. Approximately almost 150 or so. It's unusual. We're losing. Come on. Well, almost. 150. It's 2 times less. Here. So we absolutely won't let people in with the 5th one, but it has power, coming out at a full 100. So there are basically no limitations on time, but really, well, it gives everything it can. And nowadays they make them more carefully so that they preserve the transmission because of that, not just on their own. Mileage. The mileage is more than the power. What could that mean? She's like a ZIL. ZIL does that. It also does that when it drives. It's like a ZIL. That's what a ZIL does. He also does that when he drives. By the way, I noticed there is really such a thing with DOS. The topic?
The Soviet anti-rollback device known as a mechanism. So when the car is driving, it starts to sway in a certain way like this. I don't know why this is necessary, but if it's actually there, then it must be needed for some reason. Each car brings its own handling. In short, there are bumps like that over there, and some are swaying while others are digging up top. Here, applause, look at that. So what is this? Well, no car has done that before. Well, Audi, some kind of, come on, let's go, Renault, like this, come on. Let's go, come on, let's go. Let's go. Write down, does your car have more mileage than power? What do you have more of in your car, horsepower or kilometers? So, Mitsubishi Pajero. What, like bets? Profitable. Great. In general, Pajero is all stock tires, yeah, just a bit bigger. And the power, 21. But diesel, that's important. Oh, no, you want. But it's diesel, that's important. Pajero, Mitsubishi Pajero. Enough. Well, jump. What do you think of the design? They've already removed those lower cat photos from the new ones, I don't know. The bumpers and headlights have gotten shorter in terms of design and more compact in appearance. What do you think about this long, low gear hanging down? The wheels are spinning rapidly, smoothly, effortlessly, and seamlessly. I'm quietly going back. Oops. Hop! That's it. I attached the enhancer, everything's fine. All right, let's go. Attempt number 2. Sure, we need to, let's go. Something, yeah. So what, something fell off of me. I attached the part, let's move on. Well. Now. What to do? Over there, San, they really caught up with the super lift for the Niva. Come on, jump in. Look at how they are doing. One Mitsubishi got stuck, the second Mitsubishi sat down. Oh, it looks like the gear you're using might be set a bit too high. Can you tell me which gear you're on right now? Regular. Gear. Low gear. Definitely low gear. Look. Guess what? You think this barrier is? Just accelerate a bit. Look, we're about to slow down. Let's go. What interesting sounds are coming up in Japanese cars, especially they're like that. So, the distance destroyer. All right, you're about to wipe this hill off the face of the earth, right? Here. This intriguing story will indeed undoubtedly be continued. And this, let me think for a moment. How did that happen? Oh, what is that? Bye. Yeah, well, let's go. All right. That's it. So here the main challenge is the diagonals. The ground is quite solid, but the diagonals are what's most interesting. To be continued. Interesting. It doesn't break for some reason. How many times? I tried it on small SUVs. If they drive, everything gets torn off. Protection there. Damn, this Beihai drives somehow. Why BMW not fall apart? I don't know. Maybe only when it goes fast it falls apart. Alright, let's see how the frame red SUV does. Alright, let's go. Let's go. It went through, just barely as they say, and it actually did really well. The imitation of locks is working, it's an SUV, a stone on all the SUVs. The calculations rely more on the suspension travel, and if the suspension travel isn't enough, then that's it. Just like with the Niva, there are no locks, no imitation, nothing at all. But with the BMW, there is an imitation, locks, and they grab really well in hanging situations. Well, no KVD on the BMW because of the imitation of locks and wasn't enough travel to get up, but now he went in for the first time. The second time, most likely it will go in through its own rut. There was a rut from the SUV there, somewhere it scraped, somewhere it didn't match. Shazara. And you know, probably Mikas took it there to the parking lot and it got inflated. Yeah, you know, I mean the right tire, the one on the right side, you know, you see right. It either deflated or the tire got punctured. We'll find out later. We're approaching another incline. It's diagonal. It's more difficult than the last one. I didn't let him go. Let's try it on Niva. When you drive into the forest, the windows fog up. On the highway, they don't. Girls avoid this car. Windows fog. They stay clear on highways. By the way, it doesn't fog up on the highway. Well, come on, go for it. For it. Good break. All right, let's go. All right, let's go. See you again very soon, my friend. There, it's pushing with its feet from the cider. It's swaying inside and the car is moving forward. This is not from a butane can. It can happen with the legs. It's pushing because there's a frame, and in the end, it gets painted onto the frame. Well, I realized that I didn't have enough suspension travel, did I? Come on, press the gas harder. Floor it. I always have one mode. Floor it. Well, your attempt, there's no floor. That floor. 5, 7. 7, that's enough. I still should have. I liked it here. Admit it. Are you pressing the gas there?
Yeah. Look.
A lot. Something's not right with it. It's struggling. I should really take off. Sound. There. What's with the sudden reaction? There. Why? Sudden. I didn't press it enough. Not pressing the gas enough leads to understeering. So we need to push it in. All right, let's go. It started off a bit weak. It might hang there. Well, you know, it might hang like that sometimes, you know. Here it is. Pirate, the Caribbean. It's interesting when thinking about the sea, who knows what the Caribbean was actually about? You know, you're into English, right? Caribbean? Toyota Caribbean? But is this the Caribbean? Yeah. What's the Caribbean about? Islands? Islands? Only this Toyota can drive around the islands, right? Others can't. It was, Please kindly hand over the shovel that has a lock on it, because I believe I have finally figured out the way to turn it on in the correct manner and just dug a little bit more to see how it works properly. The machine with a lock does not dig as effectively. It simply digs from both sides and does not create a diagonal. But when it digs without a lock on one side and it really hangs there, that's the real juice. Well, of course, the cost of that vehicle is not comparable to our cheap, let's say, alternatives. The best thing is, of course, the wrap is not blocked. There are no gaps, no bridges. It goes cleanly. I don't know. Based on authority, listen. Do you think it's possible to beat Rapchik? I think, yeah, we can give it a try. So, all right, BMW is pulling in. Listen, well, I mean, I'm telling you, I'm like, ho-ha. Right there, we just got a shot. Listen, well, I mean, I'm telling you, I have ho-ha. There. The shot turned out well. Those Doha. The Niva also drives well for 100. Sports. Just on the chaos of sand somewhere. Look, he's got my back. Like the mouth is full of sand. A 2-liter engine would be enough for the Chev. No need for an M6, just like that, just a 2-liter to have at least 95 horsepower. It would be nice to have some decent low-end horsepower, and we were driving without any holes, but 1.7, that's too little. Where did you eat so much sand? You've got a whole mouthful of it. You're mixing it up. He throws it off, well, at the beginning he throws it off. I would honestly do the same. Well, in general, people who drive such cars nowadays, now participating in the raid. We should give a medal for bravery, because if it weren't for these cars, they wouldn't be able to get out at all. I agree. It's not as interesting to watch them as it is to watch foreign cars. Just a little bit more is needed. The front is fine. You're awake now, just walk through, you can go in a bit faster. You definitely can't gain access into that area geometrically with a crossover. On asphalt, it can outperform many local champions. I like a good car. I was on a test drive and I drove a diesel here. There's a lack of geometry. There, no suspension travel, just imitations of locking mechanisms. Korean cars, well, they are powerful, but they are not as fast-firing. That is, if on German, Turkish the same, they work instantly. That is, a little slippage works immediately. On Korean cars, the wheels slip a little, and only then the locks engage. Because of this, the car loses speed. Some of them. I mean, here the imitations of locking mechanisms are more needed to get out of somewhere rather than to get in. But on some of the more prepared cars, at least you could call them that, the imitations respond more quickly, which really helps with climbing. It usually destroys whatever obstacles are there. I see it pulling out serious stuff. It usually destroys whatever obstacles are there. There I see something like sticks. It's serious business. It seems like they're building a canopy around it, and they'll figure out how to work conveniently. And quick responses. I barely managed to pull the country out like a witch with a Toyota Tundra. Land, how much power? 115 horsepower. You hear that from the manufacturers about the UAZ. Such a small car. 115 back in those days. What years were those? There's a center differential lock left. Just plug in the low range and everything will be cooler with the UAZ. But the engine is enough. At home, there's such a center differential lock left. Just plug in the low range and everything will be cooler with the UAZ, but the engine is enough. Just engage the low range and everything will be better with the UAZ, but the engine is enough. You can see. Automatic transmission. It got to A4 pinch, then semi-mechanically. It was 115 horsepower. Damn, this is in essence a tax. Ours probably 4s. It was what, 70? Well, if you're taking 8 without locks, it's clear. The Hurricane is hanging. There's no flow at all. It's suspended, like, to be continued. It warmed up here purely diagonally, but чисто диагонали, жестко, но диагонали. There's not enough UAZ. I also tried hitting it head on at first. It just doesn't have enough power. Right now, by the way, they'll mess up the detour. Only the first 10 cars will make it through normally. So, the detour is going to be just as complicated. The RAV4 will go right up without any locks now. He probably has more driving experience than I do before this hill. I'm standing more on the trend while they are driving around at this time. They're training. Let's go. Dynamic music. Everyone has their first time in life, and in reality, not many do it differently the first time, at least for most people. Operation closure process is now complete. They drive a few times, just cut a little. Well, you see, good advice, just do it. The main thing is to choose the right contact. One, there's not enough power in second gear, so I need to switch to first. Let's go, let's go. So this whole detour is starting to break this little empty handle apart. It's going to take resources there as long as there's none. I even understood that Well, it's like a winter tie-in, and I'm more of a noise guy. Oh, he's got a tight fit. You see, I got stuck in there. Maybe it will work out. What's the fare? How far is it to the airport? Boss, how far is it to the airport? Well, this is again constantly from us here. And why do you have the handles up there? And this is just, well, unfastened. I peeled it off. Well, okay. I see he's getting cold. But put it a little bit for the others. Don't overdo it. Put it a little bit. TP. He'll come again and say that everyone is getting in, but I'm not getting in. They would have dug it up, that's all. I'm thinking maybe I should take a loaf of bread for a spin. Not for you now, but for testing, in short. Let me know if you want me to take a van for a spin, just for a month until the tests. Comment, we read all, study it, let us know. Here it is, right over here, just as expected. Specimen. It was old. He is as he is old. He arrived exactly just as he came. It's generally fine. In most situations, it's considered acceptable and satisfactory. I can't watch. Can I not watch? Then they'll fix it. Here, and like this. This is the time. And then, so much. This is supposed to be a simulation of the loss. The calculation from him on the floating glass. You're like the wildest, right? After all the emotions. No, don't spill it. Turn the right wheel. Here, give it a try. Steering wheel, do it. Do it, do it, do it. That's it. So are we going to tow it? Let's see, I won't yank you. It won't tear anything out of it. Nothing is getting damaged. There's a happy steering wheel. Maybe in sports it will have the ability to really take off for a cable from the company. By the way, there will be a giveaway soon, or maybe it was already in this video. Dynamometers for 9 tons, 9 meters. Cool, orange. But we've already done everything. In this particular scenario, we find ourselves focusing on the intricate details of the situation at hand. The emphasis is placed on the racket, which is a crucial element in this context. It is important to note that the focus should not be on the phase, as that would lead to a misunderstanding of the core issue. By directing our attention to the racket, we ensure that we are addressing the correct aspect of the situation. This approach allows us to fully comprehend The original text is a demonstration of repetition using the letter M. This sequence of M's is continuous and uninterrupted, showcasing how a single character can form a lengthy string. Repetition is a key concept in many areas, such as design, music, and art, where it creates patterns and themes. In design, repetition brings harmony. In music, it establishes rhythm. In art, it adds texture. This simple repetition of M illustrates uniformity and consistency, important in both natural and man-made systems.
Короче, раньше мы тут проезжали. И вот сразу туда.
Here, to the racket, not on the phase. Not that way, not that way. I went for a lifetime when I look at the oil phase. I was looking here, we used to drive here before. I already drove through the roller. Here. So... In a serene and tranquil forest, where the gentle breeze rustles through the leaves, a distant and melodious sound echoes through the trees. It is the soothing and rhythmic ooh 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 that seems to dance with the wind. This enchanting sound, reminiscent of a lullaby, carries with it a sense of peace and calm, as if nature itself is singing a gentle song. The ooh, 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 ooh continues to resonate, creating a harmonious symphony that blends seamlessly with the whispers of To be continued. Please stay tuned for more updates. Calm music playing softly, gently in the background. I made the subtitles of the video, ensuring they were accurate and synchronized with the audio. This involved carefully listening to the dialogue, transcribing it, and timing the text to match the speed perfectly. Di Matorzok. This story is not over yet. Stay tuned for more exciting developments. To be continued.